big Chiefs win on Sunday Night Football. The Buccaneers are having issues. Did you hear? Apparently, Brady and Giselle both hired divorce lawyers. That's really sad.
Yes.
I hate that for him. This man's just trying to be the GOAT. Listen, I'm not gonna claim to know what y'all's like personal life is. I'm sure Brady's made his fair share of mistakes, but let the man ball. Let Brady cook. He's the greatest quarterback, the greatest football player of all time, Giselle. What have you done? Made money, been a model? Who cares? This man is the GOAT of the greatest sport in the world. Definitely the greatest sport in America. And you're going to try to stop him from trying to win another ring? Am I a Buccaneers fan? No. Do I want the Buccaneers to win a ring this year? No. But you gotta respect greatness. This man, Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr., you're going to try to kick this man to the curb because he can't play football? And you're going to run to who? Antonio Brown? What? I don't know if that's a real thing, but that was funny that he posted that. Yeah. What the frick? Obviously, I'm certain there's a ton of details to it, but as a football fan, I'm a massive Giselle hater now. But best of wishes to Tom.
Tom Brady. I was talking to the fam about this a couple hours ago. Guys, Tom Brady should have retired. He should have stayed retired.
The Buccaneers are struggling.
Well, it's more than that. I'm going to get a little personal, chat. So,
personal? I was going to go get water, but I have to hear this.
Chat. If you've been playing football for years and you have enough rings to cover up one hand and start on another.
But imagine being complicit with 7 when you could have 8.
And you're starting to have relationship problems at home and you have kids that hopefully you don't kiss on the lips anymore.
Gross.
Yeah, that was pretty gross. It's time to retire. Go home. Spend time with the fam. Go see your kids. Go take them to school and pick them up from school. Chill with the wife on the couch. You can watch NFL.
You think Tom Brady gives a rip about his wife and kids? This man lives. He eats, sleeps, breathes, makes love to football. You think he cares about his children, his wife? Those things don't matter. That's like the dirt under his feet compared to football. Are you kidding me? And rightfully so. This man is the greatest of all time. And what does he know? If Sunday night was a testament to anything, Tom Brady knows that my homeboy is coming for that spot. He has a long way to go. But Tom Brady's like, I got to build this resume as long as I can. I got to build this legacy up because I want to go down in history as the GOAT. He wants to still be the GOAT when he dies, which with how well he's kept up his body, he will probably live a very long time. He's a rich man, a very healthy man. He'll probably live a long time. And he's going to be livid. Obviously, he'd be professional about it. But you know Tom would be livid if, in 20 years, he's not even that old. I mean, he's 65, but like, he wants to die the greatest football player of all time. And he only gets a few decades of that, which I know, I only got to be the GOAT for a few decades. But like, if Mahomes takes that mantle while he's living, he's gonna be pissed. You know it. So he's like, nah, Giselle, listen, give me a few more seasons. Let me go get my 8th ring. Let me go get some more passing yards and touchdowns. Let me break some more records. And then you can have the rest of my life to have me as a husband and a father. So, I mean, I gotta be on Tom's side for this.
I don't know. I'm not really going to come out and make like an official statement. I really don't think, just from the outside looking in, I don't think Giselle wants him playing more football.
Obviously. Lance says they probably weren't good before if they're getting a divorce. You might be right, but I think one of the bigger reasons for his retirement was pushed by his wife and or maybe kids too. And him coming out of retirement. Basically, him retiring, I think they did. Okay, Lice is just a massive Tom Brady hater. Lice has
Look at Lice.
Don't listen to Lice about Tom Brady. Lice is the biggest Tom Brady hater. Is it because Russell Wilson sucks, never cooks, and definitely doesn't ride, and throws goal line picks in the Super Bowl? Yes. Is that Tom's fault? No. So, hate all you want. Hate all you want. Tom Brady is the GOAT, and there's nothing you, nor I, nor Giselle can do about it.
Lance says, gotta support your man. You gotta support your woman and your kids too. And guess what? He's brought home the bacon, except he probably doesn't eat bacon because his diet's weird. But
That
guys,
TB12 lifestyle, baby.
oh man.
And the
Hey,
TB12 lifestyle is be the GOAT. And the GOAT doesn't quit. Tom Brady will either play till he physically can't anymore, or he will die on the football field.
Shout out.
Tom is
to the
neglecting his
TB12.
family. Lice, I want you to know right now. If I was the greatest football player in history, I would neglect you so hard. That's not cap.
Good thing you're not.
That man is the greatest football player of all time, Giselle. I don't care that you're some model who made a bunch of money. No one cares, okay? No one cares. No one cares.
Kyro is a walking capital D colon. But, chat, this is a lesson for everybody. Don't be like Tom in this scenario. Do be like Tom in being great. Don't be like Tom and leave the fam out to dry.
If you are the greatest ever, if you're the best to ever do something that millions of people have aspired to do, and you give it up, give up the chance to continue being great for the sake of what? A woman? Some kids?
Yeah.
What are you even doing?
You're taking care of your kids. That are young kids. They're not going to be young long. They're going to go off to college, and Brady's going to pay for it. They're going to go to those Ivy League schools. I guarantee you those kids aren't going to go play in football.
Divorced Tom Brady is going to win a Super Bowl. Tom Brady. Oh, I am scared of divorced Tom.
Tom Brady will never make it past the divisional round.
Okay, think about it this way.
He needs to retire after the season.
Obviously, in an optimal world for Tom Brady, he would keep his wife and kids. They'd be super supportive. Everyone would be happy, and he'd continue to win. But think about it this way. Say Tom Brady gets divorced, loses custody of his kids. He becomes a bachelor, just a single guy living by himself, playing football. And he wins 2 more rings. I'm going to be honest. That's a net positive.
Oh, man.
I'm just saying.
Chat, this is the content you come for, apparently.
But at that point, you better get double digits. If Tom Brady gets 10 Super Bowl rings... I mean, we're all saying, oh, that's crazy. He's not going to get 3 more rings. We said that when he had 4. Just saying. Just saying. 2 rings for 1. That is a net positive.
Now, chat, I'm gonna say this too. It would be not as bad if he never retired. If he wouldn't have retired, and it was like Giselle. He called Giselle and all the kids in the living room, and he's like, all right, listen, give me 1 more year, and then I'll be done. I'd be okay with that. He retired.
But here's the thing about the retirement. This is what
actually,
I'm honest about this. I believe he was extremely pushed to retire by Giselle. Not only that, remember the circumstances of that retirement announcement? Stupid Adam Schefter, who I freaking can't stand anymore, leaked it way earlier than Tom wanted to. So I think because all that happened, and like SportsCenter and ESPN were like posting Tom Brady career tributes and things like that, I think he definitely hadn't made up his mind yet. Then Adam Schefter decides to post it because he's got freaking Twitter fingers and was just like, oh, I gotta be the first to get the Tom Brady story out. Shut up, Adam. And so Tom was like, okay, my wife and kids really want me to be... My wife and kids really want me to be done, and now the whole world thinks I'm retired. I guess I just have to say I'm retired. But then a few months, or however long it was, go by, and he's like, you know what, screw that. I'm Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. I can do whatever the crap I want. I'm not going to let Adam Schefter and some woman and the court of public opinion tell me that I have to retire. I'm lacing him back up. I'm lacing him back up. So I think Tom Brady got kind of screwed into retiring and was like, after reflecting, like, you know what? I don't have to do that. I got plenty left in the tank. I was forced to make a decision rashly that I didn't want to make. I'm going out and I'm playing some gosh darn football, and I might win me another ring or 2 or 3. And you know why? Because he's the GOAT! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT! I'm not even a Tom Brady fan. I don't even like Tom Brady. I'm rooting not for Tom Brady. But I respect he's the GOAT. And in this situation, these are just the cold, hard facts, the truths.
Chat. Doesn't matter how much of the GOAT you are on the gridiron if you don't show up for the fam. Doesn't
Everyone
matter.
cares. You know what I don't get to watch? You know what won't go on the stat sheet? How many stories he read to his kids before bedtime. You know, how many dinners he took his wife to. That's not going in the history books. You know what's going into the history books? Championships. MVPs. Passing yards. Touchdowns. Wins. That's what's going to be remembered. That's the legacy.
Kyro,
You think anyone's going to care? You're not going to go on ESPN. You're not going to go on Pro Football Focus and look up, you know, how many times did Tom Brady drive his kids to school? No one cares.
Did you like it when Kobe took his kids to school?
I didn't care because he wasn't forced to retire early because of his family. I'm saying it really looks like Tom is being pressured to retire because of his family, and that's garbage. I do think he completely hurt his family. Hey, I think he was completely hurt by them for all of them being like, we don't care about your football. He literally retired, spent time with his fam, then left retirement. I would be so offended. Maybe a good football player, but I truly think he's a poor family man. Listen, as I continue to say, I do not care the content of your family manness. If you are the GOAT.
Do y'all know how old Tom Brady's kids are? How old are they?
Old enough to understand that he's the greatest of all time.
I don't think so. I think they just see him as dad. Because, see, he has 3 kids.
Okay, let me put this in perspective.
Oh, he has two kids with Giselle, and he has a kid with Bridget Moynihan.
Shout out Bridget. All right, let's put it this way. Let's put it this way. They supported him for so long. They want a present father who cares about them. He clearly doesn't. Okay, since we're going down this road, as a guy whose there-ness from his father has been lower than many, if my dad was the greatest football player in history, you know how much I would care? Not at all. Not at all.
His kids, Kyrogus, he has 2 boys that are 15
Not only that,
and 12,
not only would
he has
he, not
a 9-year-old daughter.
Not only would I get to say
You
my
hear
dad is the
yourself
greatest
right now.
football player in the world ever. Not only do I get to say my dad is the greatest football player ever, I also get to be so rich and never have to worry about anything ever in my whole life.
They're already at that threshold.
Cry me
They've
a sob
already
story
reached it.
that your father is the greatest football player of all time and loves football more than you. I do not care. I have no sympathy.
Okay, Mike Tomlin. We do not care. Dang.
I'm telling you, I'm right about this. You cannot convince me
Except
that Tom Brady's
though.
family is in the right. You can cry a river in the moat around your ginormous family mansion. Not
I will
that's
always
the thing.
remember
It's not
Kyro.
even just Tom Brady being the GOAT and being insanely rich. He's not even as rich as Giselle. Like, what am I supposed to feel bad about in that family? That family has everything. That family has the world. And I'm supposed to be
Kyle
sad.
Lance. That's Kyrogus' alter ego. His alter ego is Kyle.
If Tom Brady's so awesome and such a great father, or if he's such a bad father, rather, if he's such a bad husband and bad father, who cares if he's there? You know? He's just making you better and cooler the greater his legacy grows. It's a clear answer to this argument, and the answer is Tom Brady is the GOAT of football, and that trumps anything else you have to say. Lice is heated, guys. I'm getting... She's sliding in my DMs
Kind of an
right
L.
now.
Kind of an L.
She said, "How am I supposed to believe you love me if you would throw me away so quickly?" I said, "Because I will never be the greatest football player of all time." But I guess I would raise this.
He will be the greatest talk show host of all time, though.
I'm too mad at him to stop right now. I will say this, though. If I was the greatest quarterback of all time, Lice, would you support me? That's my counter question.
And Cronium, you've gifted enough.
I was gonna
Let
gift,
someone
but
else
they
do
seemed
it.
upset. And Cronium, you're the greatest viewer of all time. You owe me nothing. Way to change the wording of my text. Yeah, there's a little bit too much commitment in the way she phrased it. I had to tone that down a hair.
Man. Who would have
You know what I
thought
mean,
you'd
though,
get
Lice?
relationship advice from me?
As a football fan
on the
yourself,
Kyrocast.
you be jumping for joy with every ring I added to this finger. You would support me? Exactly. There you go. Now, I don't think you would be the type of person to get all up in your arms and get mad at me like Giselle would. So I don't think this would be an issue.
Man.
Not if you neglect me. I wouldn't neglect
Man.
you. I'm not convinced that Tom neglects his family either. Now, he might, but
What if he does, Kyrogus? Is that okay?
if he doesn't, that's bad. But you gotta understand that 6 months out of the year, you're just not gonna get much Tom time, and that's just how it is. This man's flying all over the country, winning games, being great. Now, in the off-season, every single year, he should make a massive point to spend
Oh my word.
95% of his time with his family. If he does that, good. If he has not been doing that, bad.
This was an important discussion, and to Free State's point, shout out to Free State first of all, but he says Tom's looking a little rough. The reason why he's looking a little rough is he knows he screwed up. Let's be real. He knows he messed up.
He didn't mess up. He's mad
doesn't wanna
because
retire in the
Giselle
middle
is
of the
making
season.
his life suck, and the Buccaneers are having some problems.
He knew the right thing to do, which is why he retired. Exactly, Lice. And then he came out of retirement because the temptation of football was too
Okay,
much.
but
Even
did you
though
hear-
he's won enough rings.
Okay, did you hear my explanation of why he retired in the first place? Because Adam Stupid Schefter leaked the information before it was even real, and his family was pressuring him, and then everyone was already assuming he was retired. Everyone was like giving him tribute videos and things like that. So he felt in that moment, okay, everyone thinks I'm retired. Everyone believes I'm retired. My family wants to be retired. I guess I have to be retired. And then however much
Wrong.
time it was, I don't remember, it was like, you know what? I was pushed into that, and I was not ready to make that decision. I'm
Wrong.
gonna do what I want to do. You can't just
So
say
wrong.
wrong. You don't know
So
the
wrong.
situation. You can't say I'm wrong. Rambo, shut
not
up.
That's
Wrong.
not how goats
Wrong.
are wired.
Wrong.
You sound like the goats from Thor. That's not how he's wired. He wanted to
How do you
retire.
know how Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. is wired? You don't. You have no idea how he's wired.
Skip. Relax. Okay.
Everyone knows in this relationship, I'm Shannon. I'm not
Just
even a Tom Brady fan.
Just because Schefter says something, Chad, if it was me and Schefter says something about me, I'd be more tempted to do the opposite and just embarrass him. I mean, is that fair play?
I'm not saying
Like,
it was
actually,
solely
no,
Adam
Schefter.
Schefter. I'm
Actually,
saying
no, Schefter, you're wrong. I'm not retired. I mean, make your own decisions. Who cares what Adam Schefter says? Sometimes I do, because I want to know if people are hurt for the next week. But guys,
Ladham
the
left
world
her.
doesn't revolve around Schefter. The world doesn't revolve around football.
Schefter would like to
Football's
think
great.
so.
I love football.
If you're Tom
I
Brady,
love
the world
sports in
revolves around
general.
football.
The world revolves around the home.
You know what would be
Bam.
so funny?
That's where it is. Go spend time with the kids before they get old.
You know what would be so funny? If after
May not be
retiring
funny.
as a player, Tom Brady just became a coach and then continued to neglect his family for football. That would be a power play. That would be a statement. And if he gets divorced, that may very well happen.